Brian Logan at Brian Logan 7. Brian, how you feeling this morning, my friend?
Oh man, I woke up this morning and thought I was having a bad dream until I looked at my Twitter and saw everything. I realized it was real. It was real. It was just a nightmare, man. I think there's some bright spots that we can take away from this team and this program, just from what we saw in Christian Stewart and some of the younger guys like Fred Warner. That,
oh man, he was awesome.
He played his butt off, and the passion and excitement that he brings to the defense is exciting to watch. So, there's some small things that you can take away and say, man, this is a team that in the future is gonna, be in a good situation, to be successful.
Let's address how BYU gets better at a couple of things. The last two games, BYU's given up an average of 34 points and 512 total yards against Virginia, and then 457 against Utah State. Where do you start with BYU's defense in getting that better?
It really has to do with, I think, controlling the run. Last game, you look at Utah State and they're having over 100 yards rushing. That's one of Coach Mendenhall's pillars for the defense is holding a team under 100 yards. And if you can't do that, you really limit your play calling ability. If guys are averaging 4 or 5 yards a carry, well, now I got to call a defense to stop the run. And if I am calling a defense to stop the run, I'm not giving my secondary an extra guy, an extra support. I have to drop the safety down in the box instead of having him playing over the top. And so when you have a single high safety, it's very easy to complete longer passes over down the field. It's easier to complete double moves. When you have an extra tight end or an extra fullback, in your personnel as an offense, Coach Howell and Coach Mendenhall, they're thinking, okay, I have to stop this run. They're in their big package. So now, you could do play action, you could do these double moves and have more time for max protection, and then you leave your corners one-on-one on an island by themselves, and that's not good unless you have a Deion Sanders or a Darrell Revis.
They're not coming to promo anytime soon.
No. So that's really the thing is stopping the run. I know if I can stop the run, I know on third and long situations, I know they're going to have to pass, which means I can call a defense to prevent that pass and prevent that first down.
Brian, regardless of the fact that your Heisman Trophy quarterback, Taysom Hill, goes out with a season-ending injury, I look at the remaining games on BYU's schedule and think, with Christian Stewart, a capable backup, Jamal Williams, Jordan Leslie, Mitch Matthews, and a now, hopefully, pride-bitten, fired-up defense, BYU can be in every game, if not win every game left on the schedule. What are your realistic expectations for BYU moving forward in 2014?
I agree with you 100%. I think they can put themselves in a situation to win every single game that they're going to play moving forward. If this happened last year or if this happened next year with those schedules, I'm not sure. So out of these last few years and maybe this year next year, I think this is a time where you would want one of your best players like Taysom to go down just simply because of the lack of talent that you're going to be facing.
You never want him to go down. Let's just make that clear.
Exactly. Yeah, you never want him to go down.
In no situation.
At all. And so I'm more hopeful for this team, knowing that the best player in the world is going down with a pretty simple and easy schedule moving forward. I mean, you have teams like UNLV, that should be fairly easy if the offense can move the ball, if the defense can get some stops, and the defense can win the turnover margin, and obviously the offense taking care of the ball. So, it's simple things like that I think will allow this team to be in a situation to win the game when it all comes down to it.
Where does BYU get a pass rush?
Oh, man.
Walmart, Target, Costco.
It's interesting because, as a defensive coordinator, my mindset would be at this point to just bring the house, right? My 4-man, my 5-man rush isn't working too well. So, let me actually bring a blitz. And let me break this down a little bit. A pressure is when I bring the same amount of people on the defensive side that can, that the offense can block. So if it's 5-on-5, that's a pressure. If I bring 6 people and they only have 5 people to block it, well, that's a blitz. So I would really start to look into blitzing more.
BYU has been blitzing. They're just not getting to the quarterback, right?
See, that's the difference. Bringing pressure is different than blitzing. Blitzing, you're bringing one more guy that the offensive line or the offense can't block. Pressure isn't that.
Gotcha.
Pressure is, okay, I'm going to bring the same amount of people that you have to block, and I'm hoping that my guys will beat your guys one-on-one, which isn't happening. And so I would start bringing more blitzes, being more creative in my blitzes. I remember when we played Oklahoma in 2009, and the blitz that took out Sam Bradford, I remember there were so many defensive coordinators calling Coach Hill and Coach Mendenhall, what blitz was that? What was that? That was amazing. And so coming up with blitzes like that, being more creative on how to get guys home to the quarterback is really what I would do. But when you bring blitzes instead of pressures, again, what that does is it puts your secondary in a tough situation. You got to have guys that can be on an island that you don't have to worry about. And right now, I don't know if Coach Howe, trusts his guys, given these last few games, giving up 300-plus passing yards, especially last night against Utah State, giving up almost 300 yards in the first half. So it's very difficult. You have to kind of roll the dice with the situation and with the players. Do I want to bring an extra guy to get home and gamble with my secondary, or do I kind of just want to try to keep everything in front of me and hope for the best, hope my guys get there.
Brian, great to have you with us on BYU Sports Nation. We appreciate the time on a Saturday morning. The group therapy session is always nice. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, I'm good now. Actually, I'm excited. I'm ready to go.